All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CA Media Podcast, the show that allows you to come your own unique way. I am the host, Clyde Anderson, and today we have Sweets Mahogany on as we will dive into her career as a Las Vegas content creator, mixer, hostess. She's a model, she's a photographer, and she also is a veteran of the ethical non-monogamous community. Uh, Sweetness Mahogany will be joining us. Here's a little bit of a bio on her, mainly on her photography. Sweetness Mahogany Photography is a passion project of an entrepreneur and veteran of the ethical, non-monogamous community. The artist behind the camera, Mahogany began her journey into media and self-expression in her early 40s. In 2021, she started podcasting at DFWIRadio in Dallas. That's in Dallas, Texas, right?
Yes, Dallas, Texas.
This experience eventually led her to branch out into a unique niche, Kink boudoir photography, combining her media background with her deep understanding of the ethical non-monogamous community. She has established herself as a photographer dedicated to capturing the beauty and the intimacy within these relationships. Sweetness Mahogany, welcome to the podcast. It's a pleasure and
Thank you, thank
honor
you.
to meet you. Um, would you like to tell the audience a little bit more about yourself?
Um, it is pretty much like my bio. I started off in podcasting, learning from some really great people that have been in the industry for years. Just learning how to do the engineering of it, podcasting, producing the show, writing the show. It eventually led me to doing PA work for some known photographers already in Dallas, which is where I got my first publication as a background photographer or photographer too. And I just kind of branched out from there. I moved back to Las Vegas, back to the West Coast, where I am originally from, and just kind of took off from there. My specialty is kink boudoir, and it's just shining a different type of light on ethical non-monogamous relationships and what that umbrella looks like. It also allows for people to see the beauty and the art behind what some might deem a little bit inappropriate.
All right, let's go back. So you're originally from Las Vegas, right?
No, originally from Long Beach, California.
Long Beach, California.
Yes.
And then like in your early years, like what was like your vision for yourself?
Um, if we're referring to like the early 20s, I was gonna be a go-go dancer, honey. It was
Okay.
gonna be live. Photography had never photography didn't even end up on my radar until I moved to Dallas and started podcasting. Then it just kind of kept popping up.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of a spiritual girly, so like I just asked for confirmation, and then everything just kept leading to that direction. But my early years was me being a wild child, honey. I was outside. I was
Okay.
outside and didn't even know I was non-monogamous until I knew what it was. And then I was like, oh, all them years? I was just well, my mom used to fast tell heaven. It was really just who I am authentically.
So you went to Dallas and got into podcasting. What about podcasting that led you into that realm of work?
Podcasting started when I wrote a show called Poly Talk Live. We ran for about 2 years. I wrote it, I produced it. And it was just about breaking all of the myths and dispelling all of the myths about what ethical non-monogamous is. A lot of people feel like, oh, y'all just be outside hunching on each other, and it's actually not that. I identify as solo polyamorous, which means that my primary partner is myself. I can have as many partners as I choose. I set my own boundaries, and my primary boundaries are the ones that I set for myself, what I'll allow, what I'll not allow, what I'm okay with. Um, that word literally means many loves. So ethical non-monogamy is not solely based on a physical act, and that was what the show was about. It was about enlightening and educating and having open forum conversations. We used to do a word of the day, and one of the most popular episodes that we had was on compersion, and it talked a lot about um, enjoying watching your partner be loved on with no jealousy. It is the opposite of jealousy. It is, I am happy that somebody else is walking around making you happy and they better do you right, otherwise they gonna have to come see me. It's about loving your partner enough to allow them many loves.
While we on the topic of that, I know I asked you, how did you get into podcasting? Do you think this society currently in 2025, with what you stated, would have existed 20 years ago?
Probably not.
And what's your reasons?
20 years ago, it was just, that's barbershop talk. 20 years ago, you go to the salon. That's, and all it was we put a camera to it. So, but those conversations were private and intimate, and they were about enlightening our partners privately. Now everything is on social media. So, and then back then we was just getting the internet. Like I remember the dial up. Like that wasn't a thing. It was, we all go, I'm gonna go to my girlfriend's house. It was sister time. It was about community. It was about actually lending an ear. It wasn't about advertising how they needed help and you was the one to help them.
Correct. And talking about dial-up, AOL is
Yeah.
finally cutting it short
Oh,
after
sound
like
like a fax
35
machine.
years.
I am AOL old. I am AOL old.
Me too. Like I remember going to school or coming home and to get on the computer, you can't touch that phone. If the phone rings,
Yeah.
you better not answer because it'll kick you off the internet. So yeah,
Yeah, you'd be messed up. That busy signal when somebody called. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, we didn't have the internet like that, but we were also a world and a community of we outside.
correct.
Water hose from the neighbor's yard. The lunch lady know your grandma, so you're gonna get a whooping at school and at home. Like that's where I come from. So
Same here.
yeah, it wasn't a podcast thing. I mean, it was a forum nonetheless, but it was me and my cousins outside, and we were each other's soapbox, so to speak. So now they just put a camera to it. Now you can see everybody business.
Forever facts. You're not lying about that.
You see everybody business. They can just put a camera. Everybody on the phone. Everybody's on social media. Everybody's just push, push, push. I prefer to stay on the creative side of things. That's where I get grounded.
As we continue to talk about non-monogamous, what's your perspective, on the swinger lifestyle currently in this day and age?
It's not like it used to be. I have been a swinger for probably maybe 10, 15 years. There used to be a different set of rules. There used to be a different type of communication. And now that all of the vets are getting older and just kind of chilling, this new crowd of cliques and this new, we all can't just vibe. It's different. It's probably, I've seen swinger communities in different states, and probably Atlanta got it down pat. Atlanta got it. They got it together. Like it's about community wholeheartedly, and who's mad at it's not about none of that. Atlanta is probably my favorite swinger location, that I would probably rock with. Like if I'm going out of town, I know certain communities that I can pop up at and I'm gonna be comfortable. Here in Vegas, it is getting very saturated with transient people because we are in a transient state. So it's a lot of people just kind of popping in and popping out. They're not really here, or they're just not actually lifestyle. They're not even lifestyle friendly. Somebody want to cheat on their girlfriend legitimately, and if she here, it's okay. So it's no longer about what it actually originates from. It's actually about, most dudes just pop in because they want to see who's gonna give them some. It's not about community anymore. It's sad, but it's the truth.
What will be like one way that you can change that?
Um, Staying neutral, I think. I'm not in anybody's team clique. I love everybody. I love the frequency. I love the vibration. If you don't like a decision that I make for myself, that is a personal choice of yours. And you are entitled to care over there, and I am entitled to not care over here. I'm neutral. I love people. If you have a party and your people don't rock with the people I rock with 9 times out of 10, it's a lot of that. That's cool. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. I'm
Okay.
gonna live my best life. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not finna tell you they business. They not finna hear your business. And we just gonna move on. But the only way to do that is to be neutral, mind your business, and drink your water. Stop worrying about the he say, the haters, the he like all of that others like that's how fights start. People be minding other people's business. That's how fights start. So let's not. Let's just live in our truth and keep it moving forward and encourage other people to do the same. Lastly, I will probably not allow people to come to me with the gossip. Don't come to me with that. I would correct the behavior before it even gets any further than me, because it's gonna stop right here. On with that now. It's the only solution I got.
Okay. Okay. That's a fair statement, you know. Um, how has being a non-monogamous woman shaped your creativity and freedom?
I see love differently. I see love differently. There because there is a genuine platonic love that comes across very well on photos, that it's like just two best friends in the park on a blanket laughing. That's still love. It's still light. It's still peace. It allows me to see relationships from a different perspective. Just doing what we call throuple photo shoots. It'll be
What is
like an
that, if I may
open.
ask?
A throuple is a closed or open relationship that involves three people. Typically, it'll be the stereotype is one guy, two girls, but there are many variations of what that triad could look like. It could be all guys, it could be all girls, uh it could be polyandry, even a woman and like 12 husbands. So like it just depends on what that narrative looks like. But for the most part, it's a party of three as one unit as a couple. Sometimes it can be open, which allows other partners to kind of do their own thing outside of the core relationship. But that primary or core relationship is usually nesting partners indoors, like we all live together. So that's
Beautiful. So let's dive into like your creative side as a photographer. Uh, I know you stated that you started modeling first, right?
yeah,
And then that blended to eventually when you did the podcast to the photography
right.
escape. You want to talk about how you got into that journey?
It was like side gigs. It literally started like a hustle. I just wanted to make a couple few extra dollars. So I would do like little extra gigs, go on casting calls, little stuff like that. And a photographer in Dallas, uh, what was it? Lamar Wales. He was just like, oh, you should try a thing. And I tried it. A couple of photographers I worked with in Dallas, Busy, he's another photographer in Dallas, that took a couple of shots of me. I think I sent you some of the pictures,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like a boudoir photo shoot, but that was my first real experience of not just being the assistant. It was like forefront. That's what kind of kicked it off. I started doing PA work, just behind the scenes footage, stuff like that. But I noticed that some of my behind the scenes photos were better than the photographer shots. Pat on the back to myself.
Of course, you have
You know what I
to.
mean? Like I was like, ooh. And so there's a genre for PAs and photographer assistants, so to speak, that there's a whole world for PAs. You can get awards, it's accolades, it's all kind, it's a whole nother
That's
world.
in general for like media in general, you know?
Yeah, yeah, everybody got a PA. And there's a whole world where PAs get their just due. And so I published some of my PA work for behind the scenes, and that got published in a magazine. So it went from, okay, I can do this. Well, let me play with it a little bit. I went back and forth. I remained in podcasting, but I still tapped into the actual camera side of it. I started picking my favorite cameras. I fell in love with a Nikon. I fell in love with a Nikon. A D3200 was my student camera. Baby, when I got some good stuff on there, I remember the shoot. It's like having a moment with the thing you know loves you the most, and that's my camera. Like just I tap into a totally different brain when it comes to a photo shoot. And I think that's where my eye, where everyone says, "Oh, you got a nice eye." That's where that comes from. I could see a situation and be like, "Oh, that's a shot." Oh, that I could see that if you just arch right here and then do like it'd be random
Right.
moments. It'd be random moments. Fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. And I even work at a studio here called the Mix LV, and we do photo shoots, power shoots. That's where our content creators mixer is going to be. Um, I'm really excited to be able to walk around and meet people and take pictures and just be in my element. Like a room full of creatives, like that's a high unknown. That's a high unknown.
Correct. Like I um I started I started a little bit of photography. Like I started in high school a little bit. I played around with it. Had a class. And then when I decided to go for my associate's degree, and I originally changed my major from computer information to like electronics media communication, I had to do a lot of camera work. And, and
Yeah.
then one of my first like had to use a DSLR camera for one of my projects, and I had to use if I'm not mistaken, it was a Nikon D3500.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
good one.
So I had to
That's
use
digital.
that. So I had to use that, and like I'm like, oh, okay, I could do this. I could really, really do this on the side,
Yeah.
which allowed me to work with one of my friends. He's a DJ, and he goes to
Okay.
goes to the nightclubs like every Friday nights. This is like 7 years ago, and I would be his like photographer, and then like that led me to do photography for Tribeca Film Festival,
Oh,
C2E2 in Chicago,
oh.
uh, the New York Comic Con.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's fun.
So yeah, so
I'm shooting Vegas Comic Con next year. I'm shooting
oh,
at that event. It's gonna be crazy.
so it that led me to like, all right, I could pick up a skill that I could do on the side
Yep.
to make money to publish other people content that they wanted to create, and for me
Hmm.
to also like use a skill that can help in reference to like a family event or someone needs me to do something on the side, I could just jump and do it. So
Yeah, just help out. Yeah.
so yeah, that opened the platform for me to do that. So while you doing your photography and making it and becoming a published like I would say author in a way because your work got published. Um,
Yeah.
how did that lead you to becoming a content creator mixer? Sorry.
So I am a entrepreneur's networking socialite. I know just a whole bunch of people for absolutely no reason at all. I have Creation has allowed me to fall into certain positions where I just meet people and we vibe and we connect and we just end up doing business together. And so I wanted to put an event together for just people in general who create content. I wanted to bring us all together where we have opportunity to collab, we can network. Let's not gatekeep. If I know how to do something, like I do business formation as well. So like if you trying to get off the ground, I can put a package together for you. Like let's network, let's cut a deal, let's you know what I mean? Let's barter, let's trade work. And that's what the mixer is all about. We are all entrepreneurs in our own right. And so we survive off of people spending money with us. So let us spend money with each other. Let's
Correct.
bring our individual communities together and like, oh no, I don't do it, but I know a videographer, he got you. Like I do some triple X content for some models. Like Tyler Houston, she is a triple X model on Twitter. If you go, she there. Cami the Amazon, she's another triple X model that We are working on affiliations and collabs with, but these are also people that I have a service that they need. Let us network together. We live in the same community. Why not? Because my work is good enough to get you noticed on a different platform that you may not have had access to before, and vice versa. So why not trade work? It's just like, so that's the whole point of the mixer. All of these content creators come together here in Las Vegas. We're gonna have a pool party, vendor tables. It is going to be opportunities if you want to do a photo shoot. There'll be 3 different areas where we'll have set up for photography, mini sessions. There is videographers there that are working on films. It's going to be a lot of food, a lot of beverages of adults choices, and it's a pool party. And we're gonna have fun, and we just gonna network, and it's gonna be all high vibrational. And we're gonna see what happens, and just go from there.
So talk about Las Vegas,
Yes.
the creative scene. What makes it unique from like places like Georgia or Florida or New York City?
The creative scene here, the men in the photography world are more competitive with each other, but not in a like malicious or crazy type of way. It's like, oh nah, I can show you a shot. It's a fun experience. Like, I'll have a friendly competition with a friend of mine, Tay. He's a photographer in Houston, works for 97.9. So we'll have friendly little bouts amongst each other. Like, I'm gonna do Coming to America. I'm gonna reenact the whole movie in one shot. And so now, we're making each other better photographers, because now I'm challenging you to
To
something
do
that you
that.
may not even think about. So I do boudoir, he does street photography. So I do boudoir, he does street photography. Now let's switch. Now I got to go do street photography, which is not my niche, but so I like the challenge of that. And creatively here in Las Vegas, I get that a lot from the photographer scene versus down south. I've had more male photographers tell me that I wouldn't be successful because I don't know how to do this, or you're a girl. I've literally had grown men in 2021 at the time, 2022 at the time, tell me I wouldn't be a good photographer simply on the strength that I was a woman. And
Hmm.
so that's the difference for me. Here in Vegas, the male photographers in this industry, they be on it. They be like, let's go. Let's work together.
So it's a healthy competition of collaborators, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's fun though. Like we just be like outside. Let's go rock climbing. I'm gonna go to Red Rock Mountain. Let's go shoot. Let's get better. Let's grow together. It's not hard to collab here. If there's another local content creator, it's not hard to collab. It's very, very easy, surprisingly so. Um, and I'm a part of a group called Camera Meetup. They will also be attending the mixer for content creators in Las Vegas. They're a huge organization here. I met my friend Thomas, who's another photographer who's recently shot me. And Camera Meetup literally is a group of photographers. We're going to be at this park at this time. Everybody show up with their camera.
Don't be
They
late.
invite everybody show up with their camera. They invite all of the models. The families can come out and just sit and pop a squat. They'll do a power shoot or some down south call it a shootout, and we just get together and have fun. So you network and you socialize and you meet models for Time for Print, like radio show hosts. It's all kind of people at these meetups. And it's just a nice opportunity to sit with people that understand your world.
So sweet. As you like sit and like reflect on your journey, like what are like a couple of challenges that you had to overcome?
Um, Me would probably be the biggest challenge. Me giving myself permission to not believe what anyone else said about me. Me giving myself permission to know that, yeah, you can do it. The only thing stopping you is you. That would be my top thing, me getting over myself. Second would probably be where you allow yourself to be mentally. If you are not going to do it, you're not going to do it. If you're around people that aren't doing anything, it's contagious. Making sure I put myself in the right environment. That would that that was definitely a big thing for me, and having the right people around me, the right support. Not people that see the light in you, and then instead of helping you grow that light or growing with your light, trying to take it from you
Mhm.
or knocking you down so that you don't even get a chance to get up that high. Keep the right people around you. Keep yourself in the right mental and emotional state so that you can function, and give yourself permission to do the thing that you love to do. It's okay. It's yours. You can have it. Go get it. Those would be the biggest defeats and the biggest triumphs for me.
So, as the guest listens to this, it's important for everyone to give them some, give themselves grace, basically,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
like yes, we have this one life, and the chances that we don't take later on in life, we literally will regret like not taking those chances.
Absolutely. You don't know who you are until you know. And the only way to figure that out is to get your ass up and go figure out who you are. Can nobody tell me I can't be a photographer and me actually listen? I've created a healthy mental space for myself that if you tell me I can't, I'm gonna go do it twice. And then I'm gonna bring some of my friends with me. Um,
Exactly.
I turn people not being genuine supports or not being allies, I turn them not being an ally into a competition. And it's healthy. Okay, we're gonna work through some trauma on that, but let me show you how we do this. Oh, I can't? Watch me. And I'm gonna do it twice. And then you go
Exactly.
into and then in 2 years, you're gonna run it back. In two
Yep.
years, you're gonna be like, yo, I see the growth that you've made, man. I'm so proud of you. Are you for real? Because in
Mhm.
the beginning,
He was like, I don't see this.
yeah,
Like,
I don't understand what you got. Why you want to talk about that? Because it needs to be said, and I have a voice too. Um, yeah, that's fuck them. Fuck
yeah,
them.
I'm a firm believer in that. I vividly recall from my experience, uh, wanting to go to college, and my mom was like, since you really basically just barely made it out of high school, why do you want to do that? I'm like, because it's my passion. This is what I want to do.
Yeah,
So she didn't support it.
definitely.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I went, got my associate's degree,
Okay.
and then
For
the
the
day,
associate's degree.
and then I had a dinner and gave her my actual degree. Like, here, this is for you. For you say
Yeah.
I, I can't do this, right? So
Yeah.
like several years later, so that was 2017, 2021, I decided to go back during the pandemic to get my bachelor's
Mm.
degrees. So while doing that, I had a summer internship, which was sponsored by my church, and I needed like $700 or whatever it was, not from the church for the church, but to pay off my tuition. And
Okay.
a mom asked me, I guess we was having a conversation. She was like, "Is everything all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, just gotta pay this tuition off XYZ." And she gave me half the money to, to pay the tuition
Listen.
off. So, and like, yes, I did run it back. I got a bachelor's, and it
Yeah.
wasn't because of her. Like that bachelor's was basically this is for me to prove to myself, yeah, I can.
Yeah. That you
So,
can do it. Give yourself
so,
permission to be successful. That's a lot of people's problem. They're so afraid that it might actually work that they don't allow it to actually work.
exactly.
Yeah. Fear of success is a real thing, especially in the Black community.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And my mom was proud of me when, got the bachelor's, and like now sitting here, I need to go get my master's, but where do I go? Like,
Mm,
so it's like I'm trying to, up the ante, I guess I would say, so
yeah.
it's
Ain't
important
nothing wrong
for,
with increase. It's just
of
you
course
upgrading
not.
yourself.
Of
That's
course.
increase. I like increase. That means we doing good.
Exactly. In life.
Yeah, in general, yeah, we doing good. If there is availability for increase, that means I'm doing good. That means I'm doing good. I love it.
So, Miss Sweets Mahogany, what advice would you give to an up and coming content creator that's trying to break into hosting or just even like photography or even entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship, as a whole, networking. Get out there, talk to people, introduce people to yourself, all while honing your skill. It's going to be a couple few days of some free services, but use it as a benchmarking opportunity. Use it as a learning experience. If you are offering free services, use that as let that be your best friend. Create collaborations, create affiliations, get you an ambassadorship. If your friend got a clothing line, offer yourself as their brand ambassador and allow that to grow. It will get seen, it will get noticed. I have a friend right now, they are starting a line called Freaky Friends. And I've offered myself as their brand ambassador because number one, these are my people. And if I genuinely have a service available to offer aid, why not? These are my people. He's got a clothing line, I got a camera, and I do a little modeling. I've been in a couple books, a couple magazines. Let me go ahead. Because if we could work together, we could all eat.
Exactly.
We could all eat. So help your friends. Offer yourself as an ambassador for their brand. And don't get too big in your head too fast. Take your time. Focus on focus on why you started this and remember why you love it. It's because it's gonna get hard. You're gonna have some days where you want to take all your hair out your head. It's all of it. Just
I
take it
agree.
off.
I agree.
Woo. It's just gonna be some days. Plan, prepare for it. Do not quit your job. Keep your 9 to 5 for 6 months after you've seen the growth. 6 months after you are no longer breaking even on whatever that thing is. 6 months after that. 6 months after you've seen a profit. 6 months after. 6 months after everything. 6 months after. That is the best advice. I have seen so many people see a little bit of traction and quit their job because they went from 1,000 followers to 3,000 real fast, and now you quitting your job. Hold on, pipe down, calm down, relax. Do not do that to yourself because something has to fund your dream. So make the money, don't let the money make you in true Players Club fashion.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you. It's important, to like just having like an emergency fund just in case
Yes,
we don't know what life may throw at us.
yes,
6 months from now, we could be bankrupt, or we could not have a house, or we could not have a
exactly.
job. Like so,
In this climate, in this economy, we are literally everybody is a paycheck away from living at their cousin's house on the sofa. Everybody is real close to that. So do not make any rash decisions based on the fact that you feel like you're gaining traction. Just be
firmly
careful.
agree. Firmly
Yeah.
agree. So, Sweets Mahogany, privilege and honor having you on right now. Um,
Yeah.
this part of the podcast is where like I'll do like a rapid fire questions.
Mm.
Are you ready?
I heard about your rapid fire, so let's go.
Did you really? I heard
Let's
nothing.
go. Look, let me get my shot. Look, come on. There you go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Vegas night out or chill night in?
Chill night in.
Okay. One word that would describe yourself.
Quirky.
Favorite camera to shoot with.
Nighttime. 850. D.
Who's your celebrity crush?
David Banner and Big Boogie, they are on the same level. David Banner and Big Boogie. I listen, I like a medium ugly.
Okay. Okay. What song gets you hype up instantly to get you going?
Jesse Reyes, shut up.
Your dream vacation spot.
Cuba,
If you wasn't in this industry, what would you be doing currently?
a paralegal.
Your favorite guilty pleasure snacks.
Ooh, Rocky Road ice cream mixed with Snickers and strawberry cheesecake on top. Just the crumbles.
Okay. Your go-to karaoke song to dive into.
Kelly Clarkson, since you've been gone.
Favorite celebrity that you did photography with.
Epstein from Outbox Productions.
Okay. Your favorite shoot that you've created with a model.
Ooh, I did a series called Rich Auntie with Tyler Houston. And it was giving Rich Auntie, my favorite.
Your favorite boudoir scene that you shot.
Favorite would probably be Diamonds and Pearls. My favorite is Diamonds.
All right, you said diamonds and pearls, right? I said not the
Diamonds.
not the song by French, right?
So it was in honor of Prince. Like that was the mental as far as that series, but it was a foot finder photo shoot. And it was literally diamonds and pearls, and it was just ladies in their most authentic self, just laying in a bed of pearls. And it was just paying homage to Prince.
What's your favorite kink?
So there's this thing called a neon wand, and it's literally like electricity, and it's going through your body. I have a dom that I frequent, and he has a neon wand, and we'll go into a session. Um, and there's an electric flogger that he has. That is probably my favorite.
What gives you instant pleasure?
Touch.
Light, medium, hard,
What we talking about?
whatever you desire to talk about. It's a
Ooh, that
safe
could go
space.
so many ways. It depends on what day of the week it is and what we talk about. Because in general, hard because I like to work through things. Um, Sexually, give me all three. Um, Life lesson, medium because I'm tired.
All right, two more.
Okay,
Favorite alcoholic drink.
whiskey, Crown Royal specifically, peach and
Okay.
or apple with a shot of Red Bull.
Okay. Within the next 5 years, what would you like to see change in the world?
Well, in the world, more I want to see people love each other and act accordingly. Just genuinely love each other because we can't do nothing about that other stuff going on. But just I want to see more love. Just show love, loyalty, support. That's it.
Okay. That was a beautiful rapid fire questions with Sweets Mahogany. Uh, Sweets Mahogany, would you like to
Bang bang.
promote anything currently on the podcast?
You can tap in with me if you want to hang out with me, meet and greet, have your own conversation with me. You will find me at the Mix LV every Friday, Saturday, and sometimes on Sunday because they do a little midday dominoes and spades thing on Sundays out here. You can find me on all social media platforms, Sweets Mahogany, two eyes on the end for any content. Follow me on Twitter by the same name. I have some adult content that I am releasing of self, so stay tuned and tapped in for that. Follow, like, and share all of the things because we won't be able to show you later if you don't do that. YouTube, I am Blue Six ENT TV. You can find my previous Polytalk Live show as well as the upcoming shows because we are relaunching the radio station. So that will be up and running shortly. You can my inbox be open sometimes. Just don't get blocked. My inbox be open, so feel free to shoot your shot or send a message just saying, hey, I hope that everybody creates a space that is safe for themselves.
I agree. I firmly agree with that because, like, my podcast is a platform to allow people to just be themselves. No,
Absolutely.
all I ask is, yeah, just don't disparage race section or. But you can talk about if you like President Trump or you
Right.
dislike
Right.
Barack Obama or you dislike that Hulk Hogan is a racist or
Right.
whatever,
Let's just not do that.
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yes, this podcast is a safe space. It's a personal space to
Yes.
allow my friends and users and different people from different lifestyles to come in and be their authentic self.
Yes.
So, Miss Sweets Mahogany, it's a pleasure and a privilege to have you on the podcast again.
You
Yes.
so special, little old me. No, it's definitely been a pleasure. When I got the message about it, I was like super excited. I called my agent. I was like, I'm finna do this. And he was like, all right, I can't fight you today. So
Correct.
I'm excited because I did watch a couple of your previous episodes and I was like, okay, got some grown up stuff going on. I can do grown up
Girl,
stuff. So yeah, and
what
anytime you want to just tap in with me, I got you.
what episode did you watch if I may ask?
Um, I think it's your friend, her name, the Shanice Rapid Fire.
Okay.
I can't remember her name.
Oh,
I'm
that's
telling
Janine.
charge my
No, no,
head, not my
no.
heart.
Yes,
Janine.
Janine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I was like, oh, rapid fire, I'm here for it. Let's get it. Definitely. Yeah, I was like, oh, I was practicing questions. You didn't ask nothing that I practiced though. You didn't ask nothing I practiced.
What was the question that you practiced that I should have asked?
Um, um, what made you turn into a swinger? I had an answer prepared for that.
So what would have been your answer?
Because I'm a grown up and I like people touching my private parts.
I
And
agree.
if I and there's nothing wrong with being
Free.
understanding in who you are. There's nothing wrong with being free. Give yourself permission to be okay with being a sexual being. I love me, and me likes to be touched on, and sometimes twice at the same time. And so I'm gonna put myself in an environment that gives me the optimum feeling of happy. And that's what it is. I'm sexually free and I'm not ashamed of it. Don't be mad because you only get one. I get to have three. Don't be a hater all your life.
Be a congratulator.
Yes, thank you. Or come to the party and see who we actually are. You
Correct.
don't have to, but don't say you wouldn't do it because your boyfriend probably there and you don't know it.
Or girlfriend.
Or girlfriend,
Or
yeah.
friend. People.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So again, Miss Sweets Mahogany, it's a privilege again having you on the C Media podcast. For
Thank
those,
you.
of course, you're welcome. You're truly, truly welcome. For those who would like to be on the podcast, feel free to reach out to me at camediapodcast@gmail.com. You can check me on LinkedIn, Clyde Anderson, or you can check my link tree for the podcast, which is CA Media Podcast. That's it. Uh, thank you. It's a blessing. It's a privilege. You
Thank
take
you for
care.
having me. It's been a pleasure.
Of course, my pleasure. You take care.
You too.